Welcome to Western Colorado, where the land splits open in a dramatic display of time, pressure, and persistence. This is Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, a place so steep, so narrow, and so deep it feels like nature's own cathedral. Today, we'll explore its overlooks and its other points of interest along the South Rim Road. Let's begin.
In July of 2025, lightning sparked a major fire that blazed through the south rim of the park. Because of the damage to the landscape and facilities, the South Rim campground and several trails remain closed.
Let's make our way to the first overlook.
Park visitors can find several picnic areas along South Rim Drive. Restrooms are located at the visitor center and various outlooks throughout the park.
The canyon's story begins nearly 2 billion years ago, with ancient metamorphic rock that was slowly uplifted by tectonic forces. Then came the Gunnison River, carving through the stone at a pace of 1 inch every 100 years. The result is a canyon so narrow, sunlight barely touches the bottom. At its deepest, it plunges 2,000 feet. At its narrowest, it's just 40 feet across at its base.
Why don't we follow the trail along the canyon's edge for a bit?
Now that we're away from everyone, it's a little more quiet. You can take in a view a little bit more. It's about 65 degrees. It's not hot at all. And by the canyon, it's a little bit cooler and you got a breeze, sometimes a gust. We're here in the beginning of October. It's just perfect timing to be here. You get to see the fall colors. Look at that. Have a little bit of it here. And we see more of the canyon by going off the beaten path right here. What kind of track do you think this is? Kind of looks like a bear track.
That's pretty big, isn't it? Pretty big and pretty deep.
Let's see 5 calls. Now we're pulling into the parking lot for the South Rim Visitor Center. We're here on the shoulder of the season, so there's not quite as many people, so we're not fighting for as many parking spaces. As you can see, there is a small section for RVs to park. From that first lookout, you can take that Rim Rock Trail to this location here where the Visitor Center is. Here we have the South Rim Visitor Center and bathrooms.
The Visitor Center near the South Rim offers geology exhibits, ranger programs, and a gift shop with maps, books, and locally made souvenirs. It's a great place to deepen your understanding of the canyon's formation and pick up a memento of your visit.
Look at all that granite and schist that makes up the cliff wall. Check this out. Oh wow, I can see the river. There's a bug that keeps biting me here today. Ranger said they don't get many here, so it must be sweet.
What else are they attracted to? They're attracted to sweet and what else?
Sweet and sexy.
I thought it was shit.
No, not these kind of bugs, just sweet and sexy. You can see the sun is actually just barely reaching the bottom of the canyon. Now, let's make our way down to the overlook.
The South Rim offers a scenic drive with 12 overlooks in just 7 miles. Gunnison Point gives you your first breathtaking view. Chasm View reveals the canyon's sheer depth. At Painted Wall, the tallest cliff in Colorado, you'll see streaks of pink and white pegmatite, like brushstrokes from nature's own palette. Each stop invites reflection and awe.
The granite and schist-filled walls are just astounding. Now that we've checked out the visitor center and the Gunnison Overlook, let's move on to the next overlook. Yeah, you can just see the fire they had this year is so devastating. We're lucky to be able to come through this like we can now.
Just outside the park in Montrose, the Museum of the Mountain West preserves the stories of frontier life. Walk through historic buildings, explore antique tools, and hear tales of settlers who shaped this region. It's a rich complement to the natural history of the canyon.
The next stop here is Pulpit Rock Overlook. Now we're making our way out to the next overlook vantage point. Check this one out first, and we'll hit the main one. There's only one person over here. Look at that way down there, how it's all green around the edge of the river. This place is the schist. Now we're at the Cross Fissures. So it's 357 yards to this overlook. We're having a good time so far. How about it, Mandy?
Yeah, and I think this is a really good park for any anybody, right? Because there's a lot of just pull-offs if you don't have you have some mobility issues and you don't want to do any hikes. There seems to be some strenuous hikes down
Yeah.
the canyon and back up. And then there's these little ones like we're probably gonna do, where you're just kind of strolling along and they're very easy and well maintained.
Well, on to the next overlook. So the Rock Point overlook is another small pull off, so be careful and be mindful. You know, if you want to do this, it's best to come early in the day, because usually when it's in season here, it's hard to get these parking spots. Oh yeah. Wow. Here we are at Rock Point Overlook. This one is Devil's Overlook. Looks like the devil touched down here. Scorched earth. I just love the mountain range behind this. Disappearing into the clouds. So this is a 607-yard walk to this overlook. Let's speed things up a bit. Let's go see the chasm view. We're getting a few raindrops here and there, but nothing substantial. Well, that's good. If you fall off, you're prepared. Hello. Yeah, in this location they do a lot of rock climbing, but we don't see any rock climbers today. Just heard a scream, maybe that was one falling. Now we're on our way here to the Panawall View Overlook. And you see, you don't have to go far. We could have just walked if we wanted to. There's a spot at least. Hi. Camera shot, camera shot.
Right. Check me out.
What's your name?
Addie.
Hi there.
It's everything I wanted to be.
Nice to meet you. So it's only 200 yards to the Panawall View. Let's make our way.
Lately it's been quiet. It's my own doing. I'm taken by a hollow breeze. I feel
Hey there, Chip. Chip, 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 chipmunk. This is the painted wall.
I'm trying to do what's right. Don't know what makes me happy.
If you're ever passing through or you're in Colorado, this is definitely a place you want to visit at least once in your lifetime.
I'm everywhere but me. But I can't play the victim this time.
Now we're making our way to Cedar Point next. Them some storm clouds ahead. We're gonna have to cut this short maybe today. Here we are at the next overlook. So it's a 303-yard walk to Cedar Point Overlook.
This isn't all I dreamed it would be.
Oh wow. Now we're here at Dragon Point Overlook. As we continue along the Vernal Mesa here, we're making our way to Sunset Point. And at this location, you can have a picnic, and there's bathrooms. Here we are at Sunset View. So some of the nature you'll find here is the normal crow, turkey vulture, my favorite, the peregrine falcon, bighorn sheep, black bear, and a bunch of chipmunks. Let's not forget the mule deer. We already found some of their droppings. Well, we got a couple more overlooks. The one has a long trail to it, so we'll see how we feel when we get to that one. But we have at least one more to show you guys, if not two. So stay tuned. Now we're making our way to High Point View, where you can also find bathrooms. We're coming up on High Point Overlook. At High Point View, you'll find some RV parking, bathrooms, and a nice overlook. Here we have the Warner Point Trail, which is 1,373 yards. So there we have it. We are done. We are gonna get out of here and grab something to eat. We're starving.
What'd you think of Gunnison?
I really enjoyed it. How about you?
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
And we would definitely come back here again. Black Canyon of the Gunnison is more than just a park. It's a vertical wilderness, a geological marvel, a place of quiet power. Whether you came here for the views, the solitude, or the stories, this canyon leaves an impression. Thanks for joining us here on this journey. Until next time, keep exploring. Take care, everyone, and safe travels. To watch more videos like this one, then watch one of these videos.